Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question comes to us straight out of the judge vault. Amy attacks with a 5/5 green creature that has trample, and Nick blocks it with a 2/2 creature that has protection from green. Can Amy trample any damage over to Nick? So, to answer this question, we'll need to know an important fact about combat damage, which is that in the combat damage step, the combat damage gets assigned first, and after that happens, the damage actually gets dealt. Now, a creature having trample changes how that first part works. Normally, if an attacking creature gets blocked, you have to assign all of its damage to the blocking creatures. With trample, you're allowed to assign damage to the defending player, or if appropriate, the battle or planeswalker you are attacking, after assigning lethal damage to all the creatures they blocked your trampler with. The other important fact we need is that when the game is determining whether you've assigned lethal damage to the blockers, it does not take into account any replacement or prevention effects that might change how much damage actually gets dealt. Therefore, in the situation described in the original problem statement, it is possible for Amy to assign 2 damage to Nick's blocker and the rest to him. The 2 damage assigned to Nick's creature will be prevented, but the game still sees that as assigning lethal damage, so that still counts. If Amy had attacked Nick's planeswalker rather than Nick directly, it would be possible for her to assign 2 damage to the blocker and 3 to the planeswalker. It would not be possible for Amy to assign any damage to Nick in that case, even if the planeswalker had less than 3 loyalty. There actually is a special ability that lets you do stuff like that, but you would need that ability to be able to trample over a planeswalker. Okay, let's say Amy attacks Nick like before, except this time she controls Furnace of Wrath. Well, like before, the game does not see that there's some effect that will change how much damage is actually going to end up getting dealt. Amy must assign 2 damage to Nick's 2/2 and can only assign 3 to Nick. Furnace of Wrath will double this to 4 damage against Nick's creature and 6 to him. And to close out, let's consider how this interacts with Deathtouch, which I seriously can't believe there hasn't yet been a creature that naturally has both these abilities yet. And yeah, I'm sure if they were going to make one today, it would look more like this. But anyway, let's say that Amy attacked Nick with a 5/5 trample Deathtouch creature, and he blocked with a 2/2. The way that Deathtouch works is not like Furnace of Wrath or Protection, where it modifies what happens after the damage is assigned. Rather, any amount of damage from a creature with Deathtouch is considered lethal damage. Accordingly, Amy would be able to assign 1 damage to Nick's creature and the rest to him. Nothing about this would change if Nick's creature had protection. Remember, you only need to assign lethal damage to be able to trample through. You don't have to actually deal it. And that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling. Until then, I hope you have a great day.